Hi, and welcome to this Weekday Word. The psalm appointed in the daily office today is Psalm 89, which begins saying this: My song shall be always of the loving kindness of the Lord. With my mouth will I ever be proclaiming your faithfulness from one generation to another. My song shall be always of the loving kindness of the Lord. That word loving kindness in Hebrew is chesed, and it is, in my opinion, one of the most important words of the Old Testament. It's a little difficult to translate into English. It is, yes, loving kindness, but it's also faithful covenant love. It's the whole idea that God has chosen a people for himself and bound himself to them. And so he will always show them loving kindness because he is their covenant God. They are in a relationship with him. And one of the ways that idea of chesed is shown in the Old Testament is through the image of marriage. And one of the most beautiful places we see it, I think, in the Old Testament is the entire story of the book of Ruth, where Ruth binds herself to her mother-in-law and says, where you go, I will go. Your God will be my God, your people will be my people. That's chesed. And we see it in Ruth's relationship with Boaz, who binds himself to her and is faithful and kind toward her because of the relationship that his family has with her. He is her kinsman redeemer. So he takes his covenant responsibility seriously and makes her his wife, taking that extra step of covenant love. And so he is faithful to her. He does what the law requires of him toward her. So that idea of God's loving kindness is one that should always fill our hearts and our mouths with a song of joy. God loves us like this. God binds himself to us. And in many ways, that's one of the things that we are meant to hear whenever the chalice filled with wine is raised and we hear the words, "This is my blood of the new covenant." A new covenant which shows us God's continued chesed, his continued faithful covenant loving kindness. And so in the cross of Christ, he has bound himself to us. And whenever we receive his body and his blood, we are reminded that he is faithful to us, and he will not stop doing his work until it is brought to completion in us. So I pray today, friends, that you are encouraged into a song of joy by God's loving kindness toward you. Be blessed this day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.